Okay, here's another update from me, from Nathan Ronen, CFA, for those candidates who have just been sitting, have sat, or will be sitting for the Level 2 November 2024 exam. I decided to put this update together for you so that once you've taken your exam, you know where to proceed, because I get a lot of questions about this. Hey, Nathan, what should I do? I just took the Level 2 exam, and I want to address this here and help you out. If you'd like to continue receiving these updates as I post them on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, please press the subscribe and the notifications button now so that you can be updated on developments in the world of CFA, especially since you're in the program. Well, I'm getting back feedback on a daily basis now that the Level 2 exam is being administered for the November exam. And, as usual, some people feel very good about it. Some people don't feel great about it. Some people are not sure how they feel about it. It's a potpourri of results, as always. However, one question that's coming up is, hey, Nathan, I'm going to have to sit now and wait for the results to come out in probably after January sometime, in the middle of January sometime. So what should I do for now? Should I just go over my notes? Should I do anything? Should I try to prepare for Level 3? What should I do? It's a great question and I want to address it. First of all, I'm going to address it if you think you failed the exam or you're sure you failed the exam. And then I'm going to talk about what you should do if you feel you might have passed the exam or you're certain that you passed the Level 2 exam. If you feel that you failed the Level 2 exam, no ifs, ands, buts about it, you were unprepared, you didn't know a lot of things, you couldn't answer many of the questions, and it's a for sure failure in your mind, and you're not just, quote, psyching yourself out, then I would take no further step at this point in terms of trying to jumpstart Level 3. And I would just say, okay, well, I didn't pass it. I'm going to have to sit for this again in May of 2025 or August or November. And I would start maybe going over my notes and, refreshing my memory about some of the stuff that I was, learning for the Level 2 program. I might also consider, if you haven't worked with me before, to join my Level 2 program for the May 2025 exam. There will be no risk to you at all, and I'll show you how in a second. And I will sit down with you and create a very comprehensive study plan for the Level 2 exam in May or August or whatever, November if you want to go out that far. And we can determine that together once we meet on Zoom. And, we will start to put, a study plan together of how to make sure you pass it the next time around. And it's probably going to be very different than what you did before. And that's important. You don't want to keep doing the same process over and over again, expecting a different result. That's the definition of insanity as put out by Einstein many years ago. So that's what I would do if I were a candidate who is very sure that they failed. I would jumpstart Level 2 again. I would join Chalk and Board. I would sit down, do a study plan with me, and, hey, Nathan, well, how is this not going to cost me anything, or how am I not losing out? Well, you will pay for the Level 2 program. I'm just being very honest. My fee or my charge on my website. We'll sit down, we'll do the study plan, and if you really did fail Level 2, you will just have earned a good 6 or 7 weeks of additional study time to the May exam, and you don't have to make any additional payments. If for any reason you guessed wrong and you actually did pass the Level 2 exam, and I have seen this before, then what we will do is we will disconnect you from the Level 2 program. We'll put you into the Level 3 program, the portfolio management pathway. I'll talk about that in a second, the portfolio management, the traditional pathway. And we will apply the funds that you paid to the fee for the Level 3 program, and then you can make up any difference at that time, depending on what you purchase. So there's no loss to you, or you could take a credit as you like for Level 3, whatever you'd like to do. We will work with you. How about if you feel that you passed the exam, you might have passed the exam, or you are certain that you passed the exam? Then I wouldn't think about Level 2 right now anymore, and I would look forward to taking Level 3 in August of 2025, because you won't have enough time to prepare now for the February exam because you won't be able to sign up for it at all. You have to have a 6-month gap between exam dates. So you'll only be able to take it in August of 2025. So I would jumpstart the Level 3 program now, and I would understand that there are going to be 3 pathways that you can select in order to pass your Level 3 exam. One of them is private markets. One of them is the portfolio management traditional pathway, and the other one is private wealth management. By and large, a whopping more than 50% of the people are going to go the traditional portfolio management route. Yes, there will be people that take the private markets or the private wealth management, but that will be a much smaller percentage. Now, why do I suggest the traditional portfolio management route? Because most candidates who are in the program are looking to be analysts or portfolio managers. That's number one. And number two, the traditional portfolio management pathway has been the pathway for the past, since the exam began. Okay, so there's a lot of resources out there. There's a lot of sample exams, mock exams, a lot of resources from prep companies, all for the portfolio management pathway. The other 2 pathways, the private wealth and the private markets, there's not a lot of resources out there. They are newly developed pathways. I probably would not advise being a experimental animal at this point. That's just my personal opinion to those 2 pathways, because you won't have a lot of resources out there to actually practice for the exam. How is it possible for a prep company to develop mock exams for a exam pathway that has never been tested before? That's very hard to do, and is probably, not a very wise decision to go at this point in 2025 for the private markets or private wealth management pathways. So I would select the portfolio management pathway and join Chalk and Board. Again, once you're subscribed, I will do the study plan with you for the portfolio management pathway. And then if you pass, you just continue along. If you pass Level 2, you'll just continue with Level 3, what we've been doing. But if you didn't pass Level 2, we will disconnect you from the Level 3 that you purchased, put you in the Level 2 program so that we can, again, develop a study plan for the Level 2 exam in May. And then we will either refund you the difference between the cost of the Level 2 and Level 3 program, or you can take a credit for the difference and apply it to Level 3 later on. Your choice. Again, we don't want you to lose any money. We don't want you to be at a disadvantage. We want to work with you. We want your business. We want you as a candidate. We want to get you the charter. At least that's what I want to do. So if you're interested, you can check everything out on my website, chalkandboard.org. That's CHALK and AND, board, BOARD. That's chalkandboard.org. And if you could see my phone number there, you can see my email, you can reach out to me, you can send me a query, you can email me, text me, whatever you like on WhatsApp, and I'm happy to answer your questions. So don't fret it. Don't worry about whether you passed or not. Just decide, how you feel, and then proceed accordingly. And don't sit on the side going dee 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 dee, and just sit there idly doing nothing for the next 6 or 7 weeks. Have a great day. If you're in the United States, have a great holiday for Thanksgiving. And I look forward to working with any of you very, very soon. Bye.